We were dispatched out, and on our way there, we could tell by the tone of the dispatcher's voice that she had multiple calls, that she was relaying to us that there were people trapped. So when we got there, a police officer came out and told us that people were trapped behind the building up on the second and third floor. So we immediately took that as a priority and took ladders to the building. And we encountered probably about 5 or 6 people that were in need of immediate rescue on the second and third floor.
Breaking overnight, a 2-alarm fire at the Heritage Hotel in the East Village was so intense, people were forced to jump from their windows to escape those flames.
The fire was on the second floor, so the people that were on the third floor were trapped. They were hanging out the windows, a couple people jumped from windows, and there's people just lined up on that ledge in the rear of the structure.
It was just real big. I opened the door, it went boom right in my face. So I ran for it, I went out the window, jumped.
On this call, there are some different challenges. First of all, the building behind the hotel that was on fire had put up a decorative wall next to the building. So there's like a 30-foot wall that was standing next to the building that had like a 30-inch gap between the building where the people were needing rescue and where we could throw the ladders.
We had to pull people out of the window while standing on that wall and bridge that gap with our arms held out like this, so people were crawling onto our arms. In that situation, you're there for them, and you're all they have at that point, so you got to do what you can do to get them out of there, otherwise they're going to die.
We trained for this specific incident. This is kind of like our, this is the big one for us. Center hallway fire in the middle of the night means that the occupants are likely to be home and there's no place for them to go.
What it really portrays is their abilities as firefighters through all the training that they do, and then they took a unique situation and made the best of it.
Lights and sirens filled the East Village as 50 emergency workers rushed in to fight the fire and help the people who were hurt and frightened.
I actually don't consider myself a hero. This is something that I expect to do every day. I was proud of my crew's actions.
No, I wouldn't consider myself a hero just because we're doing our job, doing what we trained to do.
I would consider people like in the military fighting for our country, I'd consider them heroes.
While they don't look at themselves as heroes and the community does, I look at them as heroes because there's 7 people that were taken out of that building that night that may not have had a successful outcome.
These firefighters were among dozens of fire personnel involved in the overall success of the Heritage Hotel fire response. The Red Cross would also like to acknowledge the crew members of engines 4, 11, and 7, along with trucks 1 and 2.
Fighting fires like the one at the Heritage Hotel is the reason we're all doing what we're doing. We all want to help people. That's why we signed up for this. Any one of us would do it again in a heartbeat.